Participants on the we're going to go ahead and get started. So once again, welcome. Good to have you with all of us. As you may have heard, the session is being recorded. And once again, just so we remember, the purpose of the call is to connect us all in a quick and efficient way. And what we'd like to remind you, if you have participated before, or if this is your first time, please keep in mind there are three main questions that we'd like you to answer through your 2 to 3 minute presentation. Question number one, who is your ideal client? And for those of you who, like me, can't remember everything all at the same time, feel free to take notes. So once again, who is your ideal client? So talk about yourself, obviously what you do, your name, your title, the type of company that you're in, what segment of the industry, region of the world, and what is generally the pain point associated with that industry. Number two, what is your client paying, right? What are the typical issues you're dealing with, and what are the solutions that you typically offer? And then number three, how can you help the global tribe? So in doing what you do, you come across and you come into contact with a lot of amazing people that are finding amazing solutions to the world's problems. Who are they, and what kind of context you can share? Not only yourself and those that you're working with in your teams, but also some of the professionals, some of the entrepreneurs in your network. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and get started. If there are any questions, or if you'd like me to repeat anything, this is a time to do that. We will be reviewing the questions from time to time. But I think that unless, Eliza, you have any other comments, and I see Doug has connected. So before we move forward, Doug, if you have an opportunity, I'd like to pause here for just a moment. And if you could please get us officially started with a few words. Okay, I think that Doug is connected, but he may not have a good connection. So we'll just go ahead and leave that for whenever he has an opportunity to connect properly. All right. Okay, well then, in that case, we'll just go ahead and get started. I will be looking at my list of participants, and in that order, if you are ready, we'd like, oh, yeah. Somebody had a comment? No, I think we're good. All right, so according to my list, I believe Brian Wood, you are our first victim. I mean, volunteer.
Hey, no, that's fine. I appreciate it, Samuel, and good to see you in Mexico City. I am in Mesa, Arizona. Also a big fan of travel, so I've been to Mexico City and all seven continents. My background is the corporate space. I've been in several operation roles for about 30 years between two Fortune 500 companies. But now I am a professional, certified, and certifiable coach. So I do executive coaching, leadership development training in all corners of the globe. And usually it's connected to my ideal client is connected to organizations from most industries that are interested in enhancing their staff through training and coaching. So that's usually how my ideal client looks, just because yeah, I'm really interested in longer term commitments to staff, team development, and those kinds of things. I've got a ton of tools and assessments. And as mentioned, I travel across the globe. So if there's anything that I can do to support the greater good of the global community here, I am happy to do so. That is the short version for me, Samuel. And I'll put my information in the chat box. Thanks.
Excellent, Brian. Thank you so much. And that's a very good example of exactly 2 minutes. 2 minutes and a few seconds. So if you're thinking how much you can talk or how much you can say, then follow Brian's perfect example. That was just over 2 minutes. You maybe have an additional 30 seconds beyond what Brian shared. Okay, so thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for also including your contact information in the chat section. So moving then right along, Alex Gomez, you are the next volunteer. I'm not going to say victim again. You're the next volunteer. So if you're ready to share with us, please go ahead.
Hey everyone, give me 1 second. So I'm Alex Gomez, and I'll keep it brief. Basically, I run a safety consulting firm. We do workplace safety, and we break it down into two. One is environmental health and safety services, and the other side of the house is environmental safety and health consultants, basically outsourcing and staff augmentation. And the ideal client for us is somebody who is in what we call advanced industries, and that's a lot to do with semiconductor. And
Alex, let's pause for just a moment and
yes,
remind our participants today that we need to make sure that our microphones are turned off when we're not speaking. Thank you. Alex, please go ahead.
thank you. So, as I was saying, advanced industries are ideal clients. Work in this space. We focus heavily on semiconductor, and we come in during construction and equipping, providing the services or staff augmentation. And then we also focus a lot on lab safety and data centers. So anything that's mission critical, building the data center or helping throughout the life cycle of a data center. Um, typically a lot of general contractors or subcontractors working for these general contractors, as well as manufacturing facilities that want to do enhance and protect their greatest asset, which is their personnel. So that's the ideal clients for us. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. And once again, we're right at 2 minutes. You're good. You're really good. I've been doing this for a long time and I cannot get people to shut up. So, and you got good stuff to share. So it's not that we don't want you to share it. We just want to make sure we have time to do this. So it seems like we're doing this right. We'll continue to move along, and then maybe Eliza, you can help us sift through a few questions, or maybe some of the questions that get repeated. So it seems like there is more interest in one particular member over another, and what they have to share and whatnot. So let's keep an eye on that and see what we can do at the end of our time together, or closer to the end of our time together, so we can answer or address some of those questions. Alex, once again, thank you. And just like Brian, please go ahead and leave your contact information on the chat. So we move right along to our next participant. Let's see here. This moves around a little bit. So I believe now we are ready for Alexander Devereaux. Alexander, are you with us? If you are, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning. I just heard my name. I'm Alex. I'm assuming you were introducing yourselves and telling a little bit about your company. Is that it or what?
Absolutely, Alex, and I'm happy to repeat that. I said that I was going to remind you from time to time. So you have about 2 to 3 minutes to talk about who's your ideal client, after you have had an opportunity to introduce yourself, of course, title, type of company, name of the company, what segment of the industry you're in, what region or part of the world you're in, and the type of pains that you address with the services or products you provide. Also, what is the pain and the solution that you typically provide through your company or your organization, and how you can help the global tribe, particularly with specific contexts in your area. Please go ahead.
Okay, Are you sure 2 minutes is enough? No, just
It's
teasing.
never enough, Alexander. You're gonna have to follow instructions. You have 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, well, my name is Alex Devereaux. My company is the Devereaux Group. I've basically been in management consulting for over 30 years. I basically focus on the maximizing revenue on the front end of a company, optimizing operational activities, and on the back end, I look at return on investment, return on equity, which includes supply chain related issues, and then of course I align the management team and also the folks that have boots on the ground getting things done. I also have added a component to my business where I look at obtaining financing, creative financing for various type projects. And of course, Pankaj is a colleague that I've been collaborating with and trying to find different ways to structure deals. I also focus on helping companies become self-funded. And of course, obviously that's a big challenge. For me, it's just finding people that are ready to, or companies that are ready to move forward in a creative way to finance their businesses. And what I do is I find various strategies to help them do that creatively and sustainably. And so I cover the international spectrum, so both here in the US, Canada, and also overseas. And I have various resources I make available to folks. So for me, it's just having someone that's interested in being creative with the way in which they approach of expanding and growing their business.
Alex, you are better than you thought you are. You're right at 1:32. So thank you very much. You have a great pitch. Now you know it can be done in less than 3 minutes. I love it.
All right.
Thank you very much. So we continue to move along because this is getting even better by the minute and by the presenter, and I'm sure there will be questions. So if we do this right, once again, hopefully we'll have a few minutes left over at the end. So moving right along, we have Amanda. I don't have a last name for Amanda, but Amanda, if you are on the call, please go ahead. Or Amanda may be an AI note taker. So I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so for now, we'll go ahead and skip Amanda and we'll move on to Anthony Kaniowski. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. So why don't we start with your name? I definitely want to make sure I get this right and we all learn. And then you can move on with your presentation. Anthony, are you here?
It says that he's actually driving. Looks like Anthony's driving.
Okay, thank you. So let's skip Anthony and move on to our next participant. According to my list, we have Charles Lay. Charles, are you on? And can you please present yourself, introduce yourself?
All right, yes, I am. Hold on just 1 minute here. Let me get my, here we go. Oops. Okay. So yes, I'm here. Sorry for that delay. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, and we're
Okay.
ready for you.
So again, my business, I'm a specialty in Africa, and in IT consulting. I'm looking to just share. I've been to Southern Africa specifically, and my interest is in South Africa, Botswana. Do IT consulting, integration, reseller there. So looking to partner with anyone who wants to, looking to make entrees in South Africa. I was there latter part of last year. We'll be going back again this quarter. So again, I'll put my information in chat and looking forward to possibly partnering. with someone. My information is also on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Charles. You clocked in right at 58 seconds. So
Okay.
competition is tough, people. Competition is really tough. We got some really good pitches, very efficient, very quick and to the point. So this is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so as we move down the list, let me make sure I got the right people here. Perfect. I think Alfonso Morones, you're next. Poncho, I believe we saw you driving on your camera earlier today, so you let me know if you can be
Hi,
next.
Sam.
Excellent. Poncho, buenos días. Please go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alfonso Morones in Mexico City. I'm the executive director for Global Chamber in Mexico City. So I will
Excuse
be
me, this is
very
Amanda
happy
Stevenson.
to
I
help
think I was called a
anybody.
minute ago. I was trying to get to somewhere where I could safely park, pull over and speak. Is it okay to speak now since
Amanda,
oh no, we gotta
good
wait.
morning.
Okay.
I'm glad you're connecting. Maybe your audio is a little delayed. We have Poncho Morones from Mexico City doing his introduction now. Can you be on the lookout? We'll move on to you next. Does that work? Amanda, can you hear me? Yeah, I think it's a little delayed. Poncho, please go
Okay,
ahead.
so I was saying I'm in Mexico City, so I will be very pleased to help everybody. If you need something from Mexico City, just contact me. And thank you, Sam.
Excellent. Thank you, Poncho. All right. So, Amanda, if you're still connected and if you can hear me, we will move on to you next. Are you ready for your introduction? We can see you if you can hear me. We can definitely see you. We cannot hear you. So I don't know if maybe you just need to open your mic. Okay, Amanda, I don't know if you can see me and or hear me. We cannot hear you yet. So we'll move right along to the next participant and feel free to just chime in whenever you're ready. And we'll give it a try again. All right.
Okay. My apologies.
No, we can hear
I
you now.
couldn't hear
Please,
you as
go
well.
ahead. Yes,
Okay, my
please
name
go
is
ahead. Your
Amanda
turn.
Stevenson. I'm based out of Washington, D.C. I serve the greater metropolitan area and beyond. My background has been addressing health disparities, and we know that there are global concerns. I became an AGOA advisor to kind of like help mend gaps as it relates to making sure their needs are met on both sides, to eliminate the middleman, and just to make sure that a lot of businesses in the area could have better product and could have relationship in sourcing them from abroad, specifically countries in Africa. I've been to Kenya and also Nigeria, different countries, and we're hosting different expos throughout the summer, and we're working with different buyers in the U.S. and different vendors who want to showcase their products and services to a global audience. And I'm just looking for strategic partners, sponsors, donors to kind of, and vendors to kind of like help move the needle forward and participate in some of our expos. We're doing public health, public safety. We're doing expos as it relates to food, and also create more of an awareness to help minoritized businesses understand how to import from Africa. Thank you.
Excellent, Amanda. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad. that we were able to listen to what you had to share with us. I had the privilege of launching the health equity efforts at the American Heart Association, and without health, we have nothing. So important work. Thank you for sharing. All right. So after Amanda, we go back to our list, and I believe Dana Austin is our next presenter. Dana, are you there?
I am very much here. Good afternoon and good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm actually in a public setting with a little jazz in the background. Is it clear enough?
We can hear you. Unfortunately, we cannot hear the jazz.
Okay,
So
good.
that's too bad. But glad that we can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
That's the benefits of getting a really nice laptop. It somehow gets rid of the background noise. So my name is Dana Austin. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and today I can call it Hotlanta for real. I serve as the executive director for Global Chamber Atlanta. I'm proud to be a part of a city is one of the best places to do business in the United States. Also, I have the privilege of heading up Global Chamber Author Series. So for anyone in this circle that is an author and a member of Global Chamber, we want to hear from you. If you want to become an author, and you're a member of Global Chamber, we want to hear from you. And even if you're not a member, we can talk to you about how you can join and also be a part of programs that I personally offer, which is a 90 Days to Manuscript Masterclass. Each of you are subject matter experts in your field. And if you publish, that book becomes your business card. So my motto is I write, I speak, I inspire you to be at your best in that capacity, as well as hosting a writer's retreat in Puerto Rico every year in December. And we couple it with Global Chamber Puerto Rico, having a meetup there first, and then our conference with an immersion experience. I love to be and serve as a connector in many capacity as a leader and as a servant leader. So if I can be of any assistance, or even helping to shape your elevator pitch, because I do that with my writers, let me know. I'm here to serve. And then in the chat is my link. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana, and thank you for the work that you do in my native Puerto Rico. As you probably know very well, we need it. And
La Isla Encantada.
yes, La Isla del Encanto, absolutely,
The
absolutely.
most enchanted island outside of my
Absolutely.
father's country, but we'll go with Puerto Rico.
Okay, good, very good. There's room for all the islands, no problem. Definitely, let's stay connected. I probably will join you on one of those upcoming trips to my beautiful Puerto Rico. All right, thank you once again, Dana. If we go back down the list once again, we have Edmundo Castro. Edmundo, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Hello, everyone. I'm Edmundo. Thank you, Samuel, for the introduction, and I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Edmundo. I work for Microsoft. We are a software company. We have different business models, but especially we do custom software development, web applications, also mobile development, and even software platforms from scratch, if that's something you're planning to build for any of your current projects. We have been doing this for over 10 years now. This will be year number 11. And we are in constant expansion. We work with different clients in Mexico and also in the US to support their needs. So if you're looking to any type of enhancement in the tech aspect of any of your business divisions, this could be programming, software, testing, or even project management, will be great to connect and help you out how this could work. That's pretty much it. So I hope I made it short. Yeah.
Edmundo, you did fantastic. Everybody's been doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Dana, for the clapping. Absolutely, that's good stuff. Reinforcing great behavior. And thank you for sharing your information. All right, so we move right along to our next speaker, and that would be Gabriel from Gosego International Executive Search.
You got it right. Thank you, Samuel. Muchas gracias. Hi, everybody. This is my first meeting. We just joined the Global Chamber last week. So we're excited. This is our first forum. We are an international executive search and leadership consulting firm here in San Diego. I've been doing this for over 17 years. Our ideal client is Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies that are based in either the US or Europe that have operations in Mexico and Latin America. So we help these companies find their executives, C-level, VPs, senior directors all over Mexico and Latin America. And we're based here in San Diego. And well, thank you for having us. And we're excited to see how we can help or we can add value to the global chamber. And personally, we travel all over the world. We've been to multiple countries. We love it. And that's why we do what we do, because it's a choice that we made, because we get to travel a lot all over the world. So anything you need, let me know. I did put my signature on the chat. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Gabriel. And congratulations. Welcome as a new member. We want to make sure you feel a warm welcome. I'm so glad that you had an opportunity so quickly after you joined.
Thank you.
To talk to all of us and let us know the great things that you're doing and how you're solving problems for these amazing organizations all over the world.
We are, yes. Thank you.
All right. Good. Very good. Okay, so we move right along down our list, and our next presenter is Joe Burks. Joe, are you there and are you ready?
I am here. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be. This is Joe Burks with Vigilant Global Trade Services. So we help companies remove their headaches from global trade importing, exporting across the world. We are a global company. We've got offices that cover Asia as well as Europe and the United States. So if you're looking for somebody to help remove those global trade headaches, the problems with importing and exporting and classification and all those other twists, give us a shout. That's what we do.
Thank you, Joe. You caught me off guard. You're so good and so quick. I wasn't even I was fumbling with my
It's
buttons
sweet
there.
and simple. That's all there is to it, right?
And I think it made perfect sense. Joe, I will ask you a question because I'm the facilitator and I can ask questions
Sure.
one, right? Is it always about a product? I think that's an important question because sometimes people think, well, I have to have a physical product to trade. Is it always about a product?
No, sir. There's more and more controls being put around cloud-based software and sharing prints and designs online. Depends upon the technology involved. It could be controlled, and you sharing it with via email or a secure download could be considered an export, and you could violate U.S. law by doing that.
Excellent. Thank you, Joe.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate your presentation and the additional explanation. All right, moving right along, I believe we have Ken Wasilik. And again, if I didn't pronounce that right, please educate me and all of us. But if you're ready, please go ahead.
Yeah, well, thank you, Samuel. Appreciate it. Yeah, English word. It's Ken Waslik. If I was in Poland, it's Ken Wasilik. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm the managing director of Ian Wasik and Associates. What we do is we facilitate trade across borders. So for a U.S. company that is looking at markets around the world, we are agnostic when it comes down to industry. We're agnostic when it comes down to location or region or continent. And also we work with non-US companies coming into North America. So we build businesses around the world, from market research to sales development to marketing development to setting up foreign operations. So for my 40 years in international business, I've had the opportunity to build businesses in China, in Russia, in Malaysia, Mexico, Canada, Australia, and various other parts of the world. So we're a small team, but very dedicated internationalists. And there's, I believe, a few of you just commented about your business in Africa. I just got back from Namibia a couple months ago and had a a great time. We actually had a client that had an operation in Botswana and have our own. And we also are connected with the International Trade Institute of Southern Africa based in Johannesburg and Cape Town. So I'll put my information in the chat box, and if we can connect on LinkedIn, that'd be great. Thanks, Samuel.
Excellent. Thank you, Ken. And I think this is a good time to remind, just like Ken did a second ago, that the chat section of our call today is great to either put out your contact information to the entire team of participants, or you can use the direct message function if you want to connect with anybody in particular. Just in case we don't have time at the end of our hour together, and that happens with certain frequency, then please go ahead and take a minute to connect directly with whoever you feel you need to connect with, at least from the presentations that we have seen so far. Okay, so just as a reminder, we're taking 2 to 3 minutes to explain who you are, what you do, what's the name of your company, what industry you're in, what part of the world you're in, what is your ideal client, what are their pain points and solutions that you provide, and how you can help the global tribe, particularly with contacts in your network. So if we're unable to get to that during the actual introduction and presentation, once again, please make sure you take advantage of the chat section. Okay, that means that we move on to our next presenter, and that is Laura Myers with Miami Logistics. Laura, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I'm Laura Myers. I'm actually based in Arizona. However, I am working with Bill De La Torre, who owns Miami Logistics and Delivery Company out of obviously Miami. And he's a TSA and Homeland approved indirect air carrier in Miami. His services offer low cost, same to next day delivery services. So anything that's going outbound from United States, he has everything directly set up very strategically, and kind of has everything set up for shipping to Dominican Republic, Argentina, and Peru. So anyone that has anything they need to ship at low cost, and that could even be documents that need to get there very quickly. That is what Bill does. What we are doing right now, and what I'm helping with, is networking and looking to expand his services into other countries. So now we're actually working through the Global Chamber. We met some people in Chile and Mexico, and we're setting up the customs and everything. So we would have everything just, really well greased skids, I guess you would call it. So if there's anyone that needs things shipped to Argentina, Dominican Republic, or Peru, and hopefully within a month, that will be now Chile and Mexico, please let us know. So that's who we are looking for. The way we can help anybody too is with connections all over in South America. Bill is from Peru. He's lived all over South America. So he does have a lot of connections even outside of the shipping industry. So that is it. And please let us know if we can help you in any way. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura. The presentations keep getting better and better and better and more focused. So I love this. Okay, so we move right along to Marco Rigamonti.
Samuel, I had a question for Laura. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Marco, before you go on, Dana, please go ahead.
Yeah, real quick question. Thank you, Laura. And certainly I heard that you guys are exporting to certain regions of the world. Stephanie, who heads up the Global Chamber for Dallas, Fort Worth, and myself, we just did a cross-border trade, import, export in Bermuda, where our family's from. So are you wanting to do anything in Bermuda? Is there any way that if you do, can we make you some connections? So I didn't hear what you were actually exporting, so I wanted to get a little bit more clarity, please.
Okay. Thank you, Dana. Yes, we are exporting actually anything from, or not exporting, we ship indirect air carrier. So we will ship your products anywhere from documents to, I think Bill has done as big as like helicopter rotor blades, so anything that does need to be shipped, if you have clients or anyone that what we're going up against, the big three, FedEx and UPS and all of that, but we are actually very successful in going up against them because we're smaller, more nimble, can do it quicker, and with a lot more personalized, service. So generally, if it gets to us by 2:00 in the afternoon in Miami, we can have it there second or same day. If it's after 2, it will be there the next day. Does that help?
Excellent. Yeah,
Okay.
if you put your link in the chat, we'll follow you. Thank you.
I certainly will, and perhaps we can set up a Zoom or something later offline to direct.
That sounds
Okay.
good. That's what the
Thank
chat
you,
section is
Paul.
for. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Dana. Then we move on to Marco Rigamonti. Marco, we're ready for you. Please go ahead.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I'm Marco Rigamonti. I'm based in Geneva, Switzerland, Europe, and I am global advisor for the Greater Geneva area, which is the area between this part of Switzerland, the French-speaking part, and the Haute-Savoie. That's the area in France, nearby Switzerland. So if anyone has any need for help for setting or improving business in this area of Europe, please connect me.
Excellent. Thank you, Marco.
Hey, Samuel, you are absolutely amazing. And Marco, we need your, I am from Charlotte. My time is coming. Hopefully we are getting some 2 minutes. So we are opening in Geneva. We are a global, like a World Economic member, as well as many things. Please share your contact details, domain email. We will connect offline.
Okay, very good.
Pankaj, why don't we go ahead and stay with you? You can introduce yourself and then we'll move on to another member after you. Please continue.
Yes, this is Pankaj Pramanik. I based in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are a US citizen, US company. We are working around the world, global fund manager and venture capital. If anyone is looking for funding, we can help. I think I know Alex earlier. We are working with Alex, and we are working with many like member of Global Chamber. So my contact details is there. We are working in the global financial industry. We need your domain email. We don't work with a WhatsApp. We don't work with all this. We have to follow US guidelines. So thank you so much. Please contact Cesar or directly you can shoot me an email and we can work together. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you, Pankaj. And then we move on to Mona Shirkawi. Mona, if you could please help us get that pronunciation right. But if you're available, we're ready for you.
Hi, thank you so much. I did send a message on the chat that I am not in a position to speak. I'll be observing today. I just became a member yesterday, thanks to Tamer and Doug, but I'll be ready for next time if you don't mind.
Excellent, Mona. Welcome. We're glad you're here, even if you don't have the opportunity to share today. We respect that, but we're happy you're with us today nonetheless. Looking forward to hearing more from you next time. Okay, moving right along, we have Rob Arthurs. Rob, if you are ready, we are ready for you.
Thank you, Samuel. Nice to be here. Nice to meet you all again. I am Rob Arthurs. I am a certified business coach and consultant. I call myself a business mechanic. I've been fixing entrepreneurs and businesses for the last 23 years. I specialize in international trade. I came from 14 years with the BC government in Canada as the export expert for agri-food and agri-tech. So currently I'm working with a couple of companies from the United States, Netherlands, and New Zealand, and recently just got back from Mexico, where I'm working with companies that are in the agri-tech space in both universities and entrepreneurs to come together for joint ventures. And it's been quite successful. So I'm looking for companies that are more connected into the agri-tech space, whether it's drone technology, whether it's precision fertilizer projects or any of that kind of stuff, to match make between Netherlands, New Zealand, Canadian, and Mexican companies that may have 90% of their project there and missing a component or potential joint venture. So that's my main thing right today, is looking for companies that are in the agri-tech space that may be interested in joint ventures or purchasing, or companies that are for sale, or companies that are missing components to take their product to the marketplace. Thanks so much. Nice to meet you all.
Excellent. Thank you, Rob. We move on to Shaban Shaw. I love the alliteration. Shaban, are you ready for us? And did I say that right to begin with? Please correct me if I'm...
Samuel, you did. I am almost ready. Well, I'm going to sit in the dark. I don't have my ring light on. My name is Siobhan Shaw. I am the catalyst driving Growing to Give, which is a pioneering nonprofit organization. And we are committed to transforming community farms and gardens and small-scale farmers globally through sustainable farming technology and practices, so that their journey towards environmental stewardship and feeding their communities is much easier. And so we're dedicated to optimizing resource efficiency, enhancing agricultural productivity, reducing labor demands, and ensuring access to nutritious food for their communities. I leverage my expertise in agriculture to champion innovative agricultural practices and technology, particularly the unique crop circle and tomato volcano farm and garden systems. I love to emphasize and empower women in agriculture, and you'll find my articles on my LinkedIn page, which I'll put in the chat. And very surprisingly, I should say, because we're a fairly young organization, we've recently been chosen in the top 48 applicants for the world's largest environmental prize, the prestigious $2 million Food Planet Prize. Our initiative is strengthening community gardens across America, Africa, and the Caribbean. And you can watch for the article they're putting out on us very soon. I've just read it and okayed it, and it will show up on my LinkedIn page as well. So check that out, because we're really excited about that. And put out some good vibes for us that we'll get into the winner take all circle in July for the $2 million prize. And so through strategic partnerships and initiatives, we drive these significant advancements for food production efficiency, sustainability, and community resilience worldwide. There's such a need for sustainable agriculture systems and practices for that we have collaborations all over the world. And so we don't have an ideal client necessarily, we have ideal collaborators. And those are organizations that are working in their regions really hard to try and grow food for the communities that they serve, and they are looking to improve the efficiency of their agricultural operations. And we have an ideal corporate partner, so maybe some of you here today will sit down and have a conversation with me. But it's not just any business, it's ones who stand at the crossroads of innovation and social responsibility. So we're talking about the decision makers, the movers and shakers in the corporate world. So think chief sustainability officers, heads of corporate social responsibilities, leaders who have an idea for an impact initiative or love our initiative strengthening community gardens across America, Africa, and the Caribbean, and want to be part of that. So these people are probably in medium to large size companies and corporations, and they could be in any sector really, technology, finance, consumer goods, and in regions with lots of corporate activity, like say North America and Europe. So I think that the pain point for them is fairly clear. They're looking to make a tangible impact on society while enhancing their company's reputation and their employee satisfaction, right? So they're often stopped, though, for good plans and actionable plans that have measurable results. So we can actually come in and provide that for them. We provide the, this innovative partnership. We can help amplify their impact in their communities, either locally or globally. And we have a special group called Statistics Without Borders, and they volunteer to help us track our metrics. So our metrics are going to be second to none in the nonprofit world. And we also have a $10,000 a month Google ad grant given to us, and it's an ongoing grant. And we also have a student team and their professor who've been gifted to us from Google to help us build out those campaigns, and they're allowing us to do text ads and images, and that they're just starting. And their professor is one of the guys who actually developed the Google Ads program. So if you're looking to make a mark and you need a partner who can guide and amplify your efforts, call me. Growing to Give is your go-to collaborator. So,
Thank you very much,
and we have
Siobhan.
lots of contacts around the world. So just ask me. I'm happy to share.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Siobhan. Please make sure you have fascinating work going on that we definitely need to make sure happens. So please make sure you put your contact information in the chat. Moving right along, we will be moving on to Sophia. And once again, I will need help with pronunciation, but Sophia Lagedi.
Lagedi, right. You made it right.
Okay. Hello, Sophia. Please go ahead.
Hello, Samuel. Hello, everybody. That's awesome, Miss Shaw, what you are doing as a nonprofit organization. That's awesome. My name is Sophia Lagedi, the president and the founder of Amerock Export, located in Chicago, Illinois. We are an international trade company exporting industrial equipments to countries. We are in Africa, Middle East, Central America, and Caribbeans. Our main product is forklifts and industrial tires. Amerock is honoree of Illinois Exporter of the Year Award by Small Business Administration. Also, the Exports Achievement Certificate by the U.S. Commercial Service. We are honored with that. But during COVID and the impact of it, we were struggling to get a business back on track. Now we're having a new strategies, and we're working on that to get back on track, including reconnecting with the local export organizations and mainly financial institutions. And we're hoping that the strategies will work for us to get back on track. Thank you, everybody.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Sophia. And just doing a time check, we have about 10 minutes and 7 additional participants. So we'll definitely appreciate your help in keeping it short, sweet, effective, and informative. So we'll move on to Steve Lanier next. Steve, are you ready for us?
I'm ready. Great to be part of the group today. Thanks so much. Steve Lanier, American World Services Corp. We help small and mid-sized businesses enter or expand in the United States. That's our only market that we work in. I'm actually based in France, in the Beaujolais area. I see the vineyards outside my window here, but our main office is in Washington, D.C. So I go between France and Washington. Our focus is really doing market studies, market checks, partner searches, companies that want to find distributors, joint venture partners, even acquisitions. We do acquisitions as well. And we act as a representative office for our clients. And that's about all we do. So if companies are looking to expand or enter in the US, probably 75% of our business comes from Europe, but we also work with clients from the Middle East and Asia, Africa as well. So that's kind of our pitch. Happy to connect with you. And I think there are some connections I'd like to make. So thanks to Samuel, thanks to the group. I appreciate it. And hello from the Beaujolais. So
excellent. Thank you, Steve. All right. We'll move on to Tamer Flores. Tamer, are you ready for us?
Yes. Hola, ¿cómo están todos?
Buenos
Saludos.
días.
Ciao Marco, come stai? Parlo anche italiano. So I am a seasoned international expansion architect. So basically, that would be like the maestro in the orchestra. So I get everyone to. I help companies, expand internationally. So if you or someone you know wants to grow internationally in a new country, and you need someone who has done it several times and can guide your team and your company through it, that would be me, through my company BizTheGlow. And if you do that, that decision will save you lots of time and money, because of my experience, and I have done it several times. And if you do it faster, that's better, right? So what is my ideal client would be medium to big size companies that are thinking about going internationally and maybe haven't done it yet, or that they are expanding internationally to any country, but they are not completely satisfied with that. My client pain is basically resolving all the issues to establish themselves internationally, legally speaking, culturally speaking, all of that. I do the market analysis, market research, and I find all the people that I need to start operating in another country. And how can I help the global tribe? Well, doing what I do, helping them, expanding internationally. If you have a client or someone that needs that. And also I have some intellectual property that to decide the easiest way how to expand internationally, the strategy between joint venture, franchising, subsidiaries, and acquisitions. And I can decide that with 3 easy questions in 3 minutes. I can show you why it works, how it works, and what is the best strategy. Even one company can have different strategies for different countries or different markets. So that's what I can do for you, and thank you very much.
Excellent. Gracias, Tamer.
Gracias.
We move right along to Stuart Golding. Stuart, are you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I've got one of those strange English accents because I come from England. This is my first meeting. I only joined the group 3 days ago, so thank you very much for welcoming, and a great opportunity to dive straight in and understand what this group is all about. I'm based in United Kingdom on the south coast between the cities of Winchester and Southampton, where it is fast approaching 5 p.m. In the afternoon. My name, Stuart Golding. My company, I'm a boutique cybersecurity, data security and privacy company. It's called UK Data Secure. Main points of, I suppose, pain in the industry is, or for my clients, is avoiding data breaches, avoiding bad actors, avoiding cyber and data security breaches, which usually occur unannounced and unexpected. What do? Well, I demystify and simplify the implementation of data security and cybersecurity best practices and controls. I try and debunk a lot of the mysteries and debunk a lot of the rumors and hearsay that people hear about how they need to keep their data secure. My clients, anybody large or small, anybody at all in the world who manages, transmits, processes data, which is pretty much all of us nowadays. And there's very few companies that I go into and work with that don't have some need for some idea about how to A, understand their risk and their vulnerabilities, and then B, how to close those risks down, how to secure their organization. Based more on the human side, more than necessarily the technology side, but we work with technology as well. My aim and goal in life is to keep the bad actors at bay and to reduce the risk associated with processing, transmitting and storing data, confidential and highly sensitive data. And I'm looking to expand outside of the UK and Europe, and American English-speaking markets are obviously very appealing to me. So that's my presentation. Thanks very much, Samuel, for hosting, and I hope I've stayed within time.
Excellent. You certainly did. Thank you for presenting. Welcome once again.
Thank you
Happy
very
to
much.
have you with us. We are at 4 minutes to the end of our hour, and I think that in deference to the members that have yet to present, I'm going to ask you for a very special favor. Please, please gift us an additional 7 minutes if you can stay over. I know that some of you have a hard stop. I completely understand. But if you have the ability to remain connected for a few more minutes until we're done with all the presenters, we'd really appreciate it. They've been here for you, so hopefully you'll be here for them. And speaking of which, then we move on to Tanish Bansali. Please correct the pronunciation if I didn't quite get it right. Tanish, are you ready?
No, yeah, it's hi Samuel, that's absolutely right. I'm Tanesh Kansali, and I just connected. Like I got added to the Global Chamber this week, and this is my first meeting. I'm based in New York. I'm a master's student at New York University, and I'll be graduating in May. So I am here to connect to new members, new business leaders, and new startups looking for opportunity at them. And I'm studying robotics over here at New York University, and my forte is computer vision and technologies around the NVIDIA Jetson platforms. So that was my introduction. This is my first time attending the meeting. So yes, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, congratulations on getting your education. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Global Chamber. Good to have you with us. Okay, moving right along, I believe we're ready for Wayne Baxter. Wayne, are you ready for us?
I'm ready to rock and roll here, right on the clock here, because I got a meeting in 2 minutes. So thanks for getting me in before the top of the hour.
Perfect timing. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm a senior executive manager with One Capital Management. We are a fee-only fiduciary portfolio manager. We help our clients grow, protect, and ultimately distribute their wealth, and we do that by offering them investment wealth management services. The ideal client is a cross-border high net worth US or Canadian resident who've accumulated somewhere in the range of $5 million of liquid assets, or maybe even higher. Many of them have relocated, from the United States to Canada or vice versa, or they've inherited money from one country to the other, and they have investment assets in both countries and potentially in both currencies. The other ideal client is a high net worth non-US resident investor who would wish to get access to US capital markets. Again, typical client will have 5 million and up. Major pain points for these clients are currency risk. And one of the unique things that we're able to do, our firm is uniquely able to invest in both countries and in both currencies. Obviously, for high net worth investors, estate planning risk or estate tax risk is huge, as is creating multi-generational wealth. I put my contact information in the chat, and I look forward to connecting with people. I've actually added my calendar link so you can schedule a meeting with me if you'd like to connect. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Wayne. We've only lost one person. Let's make it through. Please give us a few more minutes. We'd like to move on to Zach Selch right now. Zach, are you ready for us?
I am always ready. So here's the deal. A lot of you know me. What I do is I build international sales organizations. I help people and companies get the most out of their international sales organizations. There are a couple of other people on the call who do very similar stuff to what I do. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've spent 25 years as an expat. I've sold about $1 billion around the world. I've onboarded about 1,000 distributors. So what I do is I help companies figure out the best markets to go into, find the right partners to work with, and put in place the systems to get the best results from those distributors. And that typically for companies that have been selling, most of my clients have been selling for years. They're pretty successful. I can typically get them 400 to 1,000% growth in a matter of 3 years, just because, that's what I do. So basically that's what I do. If anybody's looking for help in that type of thing, focused on selling. I don't do the legal, I don't do acquisitions, I don't do mergers, I don't do VC, I sell. That's me.
Everybody needs to sell, SAG. So hopefully we'll be in touch with you very, very soon as members of the Global Chamber. All right, moving right along, I believe we have Israel. Israel, if you're still with us. And if you could please help me with the pronunciation of your last name. I don't want to mess it up too bad. Israel, are you here? Okay, I don't think he is anymore. So in that case, we'll move on to Dennis Yellowhorse. Dennis, are you with us? We're ready for you if you're ready for us.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm a member of the Global Chamber, and I was raised on the Navajo Nation in Northwest New Mexico, and I produce a product that my family discovered, and it's humate. It's a mineral, Humate. And we've been mining, my family actually started mining this in the 1960s. And I took it to a commercial operation about 35 years ago. And we shipped this product worldwide. It's very unique. You just can't go down to the local Home Depot and buy it, or Lowe's or the local nursery. It's very unique, and it's used for soil remediation, organic agriculture, animal feed, and human consumption. We've been endorsed by the largest organic milk company in the United States, Organic Valley Co-op, who's endorsed it, and they tell all their dairymen to feed it to their dairy cows. We ship to Saudi Arabia, we ship to the UK. Our biggest customer for agriculture is Dole, D-O-L-E, the pineapple people. Dole is the largest grower in the world. And this, again, this is very unique. It's not in your country, and we'd love to work with you any way we can. My website is humate.com, and all of my contact information is there. Thank you very, very much for having me.
Dennis, thank you for sharing. We move on to Diana Gerwicks. Diana, are you still with us? And did I get your last name right? I saw her earlier, but I think that she might have disconnected.
My apologies. Is it Amanda Stephenson, Stephenson? I apologize. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. No problem. All right. Last but not least, we have Hammond Burke. Hammond, we're ready for you.
Hello, thank you. I just joined the chamber this week. I'm happy to be here. My company is Sheldon Media, and our main product is Shellcaster, which is a streaming platform generator. And what that means is companies of all sizes can actually create their own streaming service similar to a Netflix or Amazon Prime or Spotify. Our target audience, our target market would be either entertainment companies, broadcast companies, television stations, anyone who wants a logistical solution for streaming services. The main pain points we address are bringing AI technology to connect producers with content distributors, and also helping with the pipeline of getting production quality content through to the television stations. And so we are expanding globally. We're doing some work in Africa. Of course, the United States is our home base, and we serve anyone however we can. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Hammond. Welcome. Good to have you with us. It's great. We have several new members. We are at the end of our hour together. Before we sign off, did I leave anyone out that hasn't had an opportunity to present themselves yet or introduce themselves? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay, I think that we made it. We lost a few, but thank you for sticking around. Please make sure you tune in to the next League of Extraordinaries, and we'll take note of who maybe didn't have an opportunity to participate fully within the hour allotted to this time. But until then, thank you again. Have an absolutely fantastic Friday and an even better weekend.
This was fabulous, Samuel. Thank you.